Italy pays 4.55% for 10-year bonds today. Should we be concerned that it's the highest in 3 months, or just relieved that it's nowhere near the 7% plus that we saw 18 months back?
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those where you sit in the middle. Okay, that's a pretty big jump in what we paid before. Paid 4.14 before this, and now paying around 4.5 is a pretty big jump. But as you say, I mean, we're getting this issue where if you look at a year or so ago, we were paying kind of 7% in terms of these bond yields. So I mean, you're sitting in the middle, but there's a lot going on at the moment in terms of Italy, and of course you've even got the smallest things. We say smallest things, even things like Berlusconi being arrested and the point he now can't go to office. We've got worries about that coalition, whether that can carry on. So there's a lot of worries in there, and I think, okay, this has got a little bit higher, but as long as it's not really running away with itself, I think it'll be seen as slightly more of better news rather than we're paying slightly more. We're nowhere near that 7% level, and there's still a lot going on in the country which is causing issues. So I think it's more of a positive note rather than a negative thing.
Okay, well, there's also lots going on out with Italy itself, not least the market volatility triggered by the Fed. Do you think yields will continue to rise over the course of July and August?
I think we could possibly see them rise. To be perfectly honest, I mean, I think we've got this Federal Reserve talk, which is of course causing bond yields to rise in quite a lot of places, is going to be hanging over us for a while. Just mainly because we don't know when this easing of the bond buying process in the US is actually going to happen. And I think there's two camps to this now. There's people who think this will happen within this year, and there's people that think that this won't happen until at least the first quarter of 2014, if not even further afield than that. So I mean, I think there are two sides of this, and I think that uncertainty is going to cause these bond yields to rise, not just in Italy but in other places as well.
If the bond yields do continue to rise, I presume then the flip side of that will be equities heading lower.
Well, I think that has to be the case at the moment if you look at it from the bond prices, the bond yields going higher. But I think if you look at these markets at the moment, we're definitely at a plateau, especially in equity markets. We've seen this big rally higher since the start of the year. We started to turn it round, and the markets have slowed up. And I think it's almost been 3 weeks now where we've been waiting for that next big move, that next big catalyst to push us either way. And we're definitely hanging around these sort of levels, which are making investors a little bit more confused. There's technical levels on the upside and on the downside, which can point to both sides of the move at the moment. So I think we're very much in a wait and see period at the moment, which doesn't help investors at all.